Steve, 2021, we're just going to review it. We're going to split it into 3 segments because it'd be too much. We'd probably be here for an hour and a half chatting about everyone. But we're going to start with the debuts. We had 27 guys you managed to get out to make the debut.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the list you brought for me this morning. Obviously, you put this together, and I knew we'd done well with getting people out, and I knew I'd signed too many kids on, but I didn't realise that, you know, when you say 27, the majority of them are debutants who's having the first fight, and there's a mix of kids who make the debutants for VIP, but as I say, we're not going to have time to talk about them all, but there's so many in here that have been standout amateurs that I'm looking at them now, and I think there's about 10 that I'd be disappointed if didn't at least fight a British title. You know what I mean? To be English champions, you would say is a guarantee for some of these, and you know, also you'd expect them to be British champions, but you know, minimum we've got to get them to compete for that.
Well, as you mentioned there, we've got a load of kids that were standout amateurs, but 2 kids that have made absolutely fantastic debuts that had no amateur background at all was Lance Lithgow and a kid, the new demolition man, Joe Howes. Both of them outstanding debuts, and I think we got Lennox to 2-0, and Joe Howes managed to squeeze an extra one in and got to 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, and they're kids who just come with a white collar background, aren't they? And so, like, when they come along, you don't really know what you're getting. But the good thing with them is that they're only young, very well, no experience in amateur or professional before they turn over, and the performances have been absolutely outstanding, haven't they? You know what I mean? To the level of the kids that have been national champions, you know, they produced as well. So yeah, they're going to be part, as our other kids that we're not going to speak about here, of the development in VIP, because you know, people are going to want to watch them.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I don't think there was any bad debutants. Everyone were all impressive, but there was some, as you just said before, outstanding ones. Now, we just spoke about Lee Blundell's lads. We've got 2 kids came from Blackpool. Tyrone Price, not a massive amateur career, but fighting in his blood because. Did you manage his dad, Craig?
No, I used to work with his dad, yeah, Craig Bowen Price, but I don't think I officially managed him, no.
No, but we had Craig Bowen Price and Andy Bro's son, Jacob Bro, both having absolutely fantastic debuts back in September.
Yeah, both stoppages on the debuts, weren't they, back in Bolton, and we're going to be got Blackpool this year because you know, they're not just talent, they both sell tickets, don't they? So you know, it'd be great to get that Winter Gardens bouncing like we have had in the past, and you know, excited about those 2. Tyrone we knew about before because he'd been a lot of sparring at the Jennings gym with the light middles. He's got that light welter now, and you know, he's had 2 and looked like he can do something. Jake, as you know, was a top amateur. I think did he win anything in the seniors or
No, I think his last year was in the youth.
Yeah.
But he won as a junior, won a European silver medal, and I think 3 national titles, and was in the 4th final as well.
Yeah, yeah. So he's coming with pedigree, isn't he? You know, only a youngster, so you know, we need to take it easy with him. Although his dad's super confident about him and wants to push him a bit quicker. So between me and his dad, we'll get a balance and we'll get it right. But no, they're 2 kids from a new area that we're looking to build on. Yeah.
A kid that we've, when you talk about areas where we don't normally work in, Darlington, we've got Ben Marksby, who was a 6-time national champion.
Yeah, it was a strange one, that, you know, come out of the blue, but Andy Abril had recommended them to come and chat to him. We had a chat, and I told him it'd be difficult for me because we don't promote in that area, although, you know, I'd be happy to put him on my shows and build him up, because you know, with the background he's got, you know, hopefully he's going to be a champion, and that's what we're about here. We want to be involved in champions. So we managed to get Ben out 3 times this year, and he's looked better every time. And he's obviously a good kid because of the pedigree he's got from the amateurs and the titles he's won.
I always say winning 1 national title is an amazing achievement, but when you do it 6 times, it means you're a little bit more special than the average fighter.
Yeah, and he's got better every fight, and you know, hopefully the faith he's shown in me by coming down here is starting to pay off, and we'll probably by the end of this year, you know, we'll have him in a position where he'll be ready for titles in 2023. You know, he's looking that good.
And then a regular place for us is Liverpool, and this year we've picked up some absolutely outstanding young fighters. A kid that not too many people know about, but he's one that really stands out for me, is young Jake Harrison.
Yeah, well, I asked around about him before we signed him. He come down and chat to me, and everyone was just saying that he was a good amateur, but he'll make a better pro. And you know, he's got that little style getting stuck in that I like, and excited.
He's very pleasing on the eye.
And like you say, with these smaller kids, it goes a little bit quicker for him there. And you know, again, he's not scared who he fights, and you know, it could happen quickly for him. As in 2 other little kids that, you know, they weren't the debutants, but they were the debutants for VIP in 2021. Brandon Dior and Conor Butler, and you know, it's just a shame for them how their careers kind of just got stopped because I believe they weren't big ticket sellers, so people weren't willing to invest in them, even though they were the talented, and you know, they had to sit out till the contracts run out before they could fight again, which, you know, must have been heartbreaking for the kids who's dedicated their life.
But the
to
good thing about that
boxers,
is they're both still really young, and Brandon just 24 and Conor's just 23.
Yeah.
So,
but they've come back, and they both had a couple of fights on the VIP shows this year. Both look quality as you would expect from as this keep saying, the pedigree they've had from the amateurs, and I don't even think it's going to be longer than 6 months for them to be fighting for titles. You know, I'm already working on trying to get some eliminators made for the pair of them for in the new year, and they both want to fight for titles, and they both want to be rushed through and pushed through, but you know, they're both ready ability wise, and I think they've both had 5 or 6 fights now, and that way, you know, it's time to go.
Yeah,
it's time to go. And I have no qualms of putting them with anyone in Britain. You know, I think they're both good enough.
Another kid who deserves a quick mention, another kid who's a very good amateur, Ryan Dickens. I think he had 2 fights out for us, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's only a baby, Ryan, isn't he? And,
just 19 years.
He's at a different weight than the others. You know, he's light middle, probably grow into a middleweight, and he'll need a little bit of time. But he's looked decent, hasn't he? Still very amateurish, but you know, if you bring him along right, I'm sure he'll do something.
Then we've got a couple of kids in the Leeds way. A kid who made a good impression on us, Josh Hargreaves and Jake Goodwin, Mally Wright, Connie O'Regan. These are all from the Leeds-based area, and all look really good, didn't they?
Yeah, all decent amateurs again, and you know, exciting for me because obviously we've got Leeds warrior Josh Warrington top of the tree over there, and you know, we've done great building him up, and it's nice now to think that you know, out of these, maybe one or 2 can go and be a world champion and keep Leeds on the boxing map, and it's certainly back to promoting, you know, in Leeds. You know, we've got enough kids over there. Josh Hargreaves come out of the blue. He was signed to somebody who didn't give him a fight in 12 months, so he got his contract back, and he's come back, and he's had 1 fight with us, which was his debut, and done well. He'll be out on our first show of the year, as will Mally Wright and Cody O'Regan, and and Jake Goodwin.
Have you got that booked in then for end of February?
End of February at Leeds, yeah.
Is that back at the Royal Armoury again?
Yeah.
Well, like I say, we could mention everyone because they all did really well. But we'll be here forever. It bodes for an exciting 2022 developing those young fighters, doesn't it?
It does, and it's a shame that we've just only mentioned those with the top amateur backgrounds, but you know, there's loads of kids that we're going to have fun bringing through, and not just the amateurs standouts that come through and win titles and that. I think there's titles in a few of these, yeah.
Well, I think this English title isn't past any of them who made the debut this year for us, so that's a bold statement.
No, listen, what I would say is, like, when you see the numbers you think we're just signing anyone on, but if you look, it's not been the case. These can all fight, yeah.
Yeah, okay then. Right, we're going to have a little break and then we're going to come back and we're going to chat about the kids that are ready for the breakout, the ones that you've been building over the last 2-3 years, and you feel that by the end of 2022 we'll be ready to take their place on the big stage.
Okay, cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.